Hi guys, welcome to Rotten Rebel. Sandra is with me again, and this time we have a pretty big fragrance haul for you guys with a ton of first impressions, and I guess we also have a few old friends that at least I am going to say hello to.
Yes, we have.
So yeah, I suggest that we just head straight into the
Unboxing.
Yeah, so let's start with the first one, which is one that I ordered, and that is 1 million Parfum. And the reason why I ordered this one is because the original 1 million was one that I got when it first came out, and I believe that that one had a huge impact on my fragrance journey, because that one had such an effect on other people. They were literally chasing me on the streets to find out what it was that I had on. But 1 million, the original, is something that I haven't used for years. I stopped using it mostly, I believe, because I got a bit bored of it, and because it seemed like every single dude on planet Earth was using it. Every sale I was at, they usually had 1 million on sale, and you could just see how people went crazy about it. Everyone just wanted to stock up on it. So my belief is that there are a lot of guys out there that are using 1 million. I'm not saying it's a bad one, but if everyone else is using it, then I don't want to use it.
No.
So I got a bit bored of it, but this is the new one. This is Parfum. I haven't tried it, so I'm really curious. It's supposed to be different than the original. It's supposed to be really different from the original.
Interesting.
So I am looking
ahead.
forward to trying it out. Yummy.
So I actually don't know how the original smells, so I can't compare them. But
You like
wow,
it?
this is really nice and fruity.
Yeah. Yeah, so I do pick up, well, honestly, I don't pick up that much from the original. There's something in it, maybe it's grapefruit or something. The original, I believe, had grapefruit in it.
Okay. So do you think you will get the same reactions? People chasing you down on the streets?
I think so. This is pretty good. I'm gonna say that once again I made a really good purchase, because I'm already in love with this one. Wow, yeah, I'm happy with that purchase. What do you think?
Since I often copy what you buy, this is definitely a scent I would buy. I am not going to, because I can't have every perfume that you have. But if you hadn't bought this first, I would have bought it. It's really, really good.
Yeah. So yeah, my first, the first fragrance that I unpacked for this unpacking, and our first impression was 1 million Parfum. I'm already in love with it, and I know this sounds like bragging, but I'm quite good at picking good perfumes. Would you agree?
I would agree, and I would also say that humility is not your
strongest
side.
Okay, thanks. But I'm just happy that I continue my winning streak when it comes to picking good perfumes. I'm already in love with it. So that was my first one, and now...
are you going to rate it?
Yeah, I mean, first impression rating, it's really high. This is like between 7 and 10.
Okay.
So really high. What do you give it?
I think at least an 8.
Wow, okay,
Yes.
Cool. So your turn from
My
your
turn.
side over here, what you
Yes.
got for us?
And I am actually so curious to start with this one, which is Gucci Guilty Absolute Parfum. And this is actually one that you recommended to me like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And then I smelled it in the shop, and I remember that I liked it, but there was something that made me not buy it. So now I have it, and I really like the notes, which I don't remember right now.
My side of the story is that this was so for those of you, which is most of you, you don't know her fragrance journey, but when we started hanging out, you barely had any fragrances. And then she met me, and I have a bad influence on people, so I turned her into a fragrance addict. But before you really became a fragrance addict, this was one of the first ones that I suggested to her. And when we tried it out in the store, she wasn't that impressed. Fast forward, what is it, 1.5 or 2 years later, I gave her some new suggestions just the other week, and I suggested her to get this one, and I hope that this time around you will love it.
I actually do really like it.
You do?
This is like a combination of Gucci Guilty Absolute for him and some fruity, plummy fragrance.
Yeah, so this one is really fruity.
Yes.
I'm not sure I pick up any leather in it. I'm not sure this is supposed to. So this is the Absolute Parfum. The Parfum is the leather one. But I can't really pick up any leather in this one.
No, it's maybe not leather, but there is something that makes this not just a sweet and fruity perfume. It has some edge of some kind.
That's true.
Maybe it's some woody notes that I'm picking up on.
Yeah, could be.
I really like it. I really like it. And I'm quite sure that it also has plum.
Yeah, this is so yummy. I'm not sure why you didn't pick it up in the beginning. But that's the beauty of fragrance journeys. The sense that you said turned down in the beginning, you, after half a year, 1 year, ended up loving them.
Yes.
So how are you? I'm glad that you enjoyed my recommendation. If you are going to give it a rating, first impression rating.
First impression, at least 8.
Wow.
Maybe even 9.
Cool.
It's really good. I think I will use this a lot.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna give it like an 8 as well. I think it's really good.
Yes.
So it's my turn.
It's your turn.
And I am going to pick out Guerlain Terracotta Le Parfum. And this is one that I used to own, and this is one that I actually used up. And I saw it, I've completely forgot about it, and then I saw it. And when I saw it, I suggested that both you and I should buy it.
Can we just pause there? Because you said that you used it up. You emptied the bottle.
Yeah.
And that is quite unique.
Yeah, that is quite unique for me. So I believe you have yours as well, right?
I have mine as well. So let's do this at the same time.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. We both purchased Terracotta. I really hope that you will enjoy it. But we'll see, I guess.
I think you will have to buy me another fragrance if I don't like it.
Whoa, come on.
That would be fair.
I love the bottle, by the way.
Yes, it looks really nice. And I'm thinking this is going to smell like summer, but I might be wrong.
I think that either you're going to love it, or you are. I don't think you're going to hate it, though.
Oh my God! What is this? Oh.
Oh, you don't like it?
No.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Wow. You got me there.
This is
so
cool.
This is. I think that this is a summery or fall or spring kind of scent.
Like all year around.
Yeah. And it's like it's not your standard freshie.
No.
That's what I like about it. And when this dries down, it becomes, to me, much better than the opening. So the opening can be a bit, not rough, but a bit sort of
it's sort of
harsh.
It smells sort of, I'm not going to start saying that. It smells like old flowers.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say that it is. To me, it smells like a mix of something earthy and something that is a bit fresh. So it's not your standard citrusy, nautical kind of aquatic summer freshie. This is more to me an earthy kind of freshy with a twist, and that's why I enjoy it. I know that this, if you expose yourself, if you put it on and then expose yourself to heat, which you usually do in the summer, the dry down in combination with the heat makes it a really nice one. But I like it. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, it's cool.
I love the bottle. If you are going to give it a first impression, remember guys, these are just first impression ratings. They might change.
So first impression is a 7.
7, okay.
Yes.
So not as good as my previous recommendation.
No, but it is interesting because this is really different from what I usually buy.
Yeah.
And I have told you that I want to go in different directions.
Yeah.
So now it's time for me to explore fragrances like this.
So I look forward to a review on your channel.
Yes.
And you gotta let me know how you feel about the dry down, because this is just the opening.
I will.
So that was Guerlain Terracotta Le Parfum. And I believe that was my opening, right? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Even though we open it at the same time. But I'm gonna, should I take the next one?
You can take the next one, yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Hugo Boss bottled Oud Saffron. So the reason why I went with this one is because I'm gonna link to my one of my or both Oud videos above, but one of my highest complimented or most mass appealing oud fragrances is Boss Bottled Oud. I think that's one of the sort of the easiest oud to wear. It smells fantastic. I fell in love with it during a trip a few years ago, and when I saw that they had, I actually wanted to buy this for quite some time, so I think I had this on my radar for at least a year. But I'm chasing the entire collection now, so I hope I'm going to be able to do a review for you guys with Boss Bottled Oud Aromatic, Boss Bottled Oud Saffron, and Boss Bottled Oud. So yeah.
So did you have the aromatic one as well?
No, I'm chasing it.
Okay.
It's been a bit tough to find it.
So if anyone has it, you can just please send it.
Whoa, yeah, that would be cool. So yeah, this is supposed to be, if I remember correctly, like an oud rose maybe, or saffron.
Okay.
At least saffron, I hope.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, this is like Lucicat.
Oh, whoa. Like a sweet
saffron bun.
Saffron bun, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
You
oh
like
my
it?
god, this is yummy.
So I can definitely pick up some of the original Boss Bottled Oud in this one. But yeah, you have the saffron and there's something else. And yeah, it does give off a saffron bakery kind of.
Wow, this is exactly like saffron buns, and I just need a glass of Christmas. What do you say?
Christmas, like a Christmas drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this is so good.
So
I
you
have
like
never
it?
smelled a perfume that actually smells so much of saffron. And that's cool.
So what I do like about it is that you can feel the original Boss Bottled Oud in it, but it has something, it's much warmer than the original. You can smell that saffron loud. I like it so far. And yeah, question is, because we are so wired to, at least in this part of the world, to associate saffron with winter time.
Yes, and Christmas.
Yeah, and Christmas. So I hope that I'm going to be able to use this anytime I want. I think I will. But the question is if everyone is gonna think that I'm bringing Christmas right in the middle of summer just because I have this one on.
And you can borrow I have this gingerbread candle. You can just borrow that.
Oh wow, yeah. Well,
and you can be like a Christmas party.
I'm one of the few, or maybe the only one actually, because I've been talking to a lot of people about this. I wanted to have the saffron buns available year round because I love those saffron buns. But no one agrees with me. But I think so. There might be a chance that people are going to think that, wait, hey, man, you smell like saffron. Why are you trying to bring Christmas into our summer? But yeah, I really like it. I like a first one. I'm gonna give it maybe an 8 first impression.
That's a good rating. And yeah, at least an 8. And this will probably get a higher rating later on because it's so unique. I have never smelled anything like this.
Yeah. So that was Boss Bottled Oud Saffron. If you enjoy the original Boss Bottled Oud, then I think you will enjoy this one as well. Yeah, and I believe it's your turn, right?
Yes, it is. So I am going to get this one, which is one from Armaf called Eternia. And I actually have 3 perfumes from Armaf so far, and I love them all. So I am exploring the whole Armaf. What do you say, Armaf?
Armaf line.
What they bring to the table. I'm going to try as many perfumes as I can.
So Armaf is.
I like the packaging. I know you don't care about the packaging, but this was cool.
That was different, yeah.
Yeah.
Armaf has, so many different fragrances. Some of them are like Club de Nuit Man Intense, which is something most of you know about. Some are really good. Really good and really affordable. But some are just cheap and boring. But overall, I'm impressed with Armaf. I have probably 10 or something. Whoa!
So I really like the bottle because it's open. It opens like this,
yeah,
like a lighter.
Yeah.
But
this one has
broken.
A crack in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cheap. Yeah, so this one has a crack in it. I'm not sure if you guys can see that crack, but yeah, that was a bit boring.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, it's all about
how much did you pay for it?
I think like 20 or 30 bucks. 30
okay.
Maybe. So not the most expensive one.
For that price, we can't forget about the crack.
Yes.
So how come you chose Eternia then for women?
Because it contained almond, and I really like almond fragrances, and
I can smell it.
This is really an almond fragrance, and I am happy with my purchase.
This is cool.
It is.
For that price, it's really good.
It is.
I pick up on the almond, and it feels like there's something fruity in the background. I'm not sure if it's like raspberry or some cherry. I don't know what it is.
I can't remember, but yeah, there is some fruitiness to it.
I love getting a whiff of it when you spray it on. So it's even better as a bystander than the wearer I'm going to get.
So to be so exciting to wear, because I think I'm really going to like this.
And depending on, I'm going to keep this.
Yes.
Depending on how it smells when it dries down, I might actually buy a bottle of this as well.
This was really good.
So if you are going to give it a quick rating, what are you going to give it?
Oh my god, I can't say 8, but I need to say 8 because this is a good one, and all the perfumes that I have bought are perfumes that I really, really wanted. So it's not surprising that they all get a good rating.
So did you say something?
Yes.
What, 8?
8.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, it is an 8.
I'm going to give it maybe 6.5 or 7 to start. I like it, but I'm not sure. What I do know about Armaf is that sometimes the opening can be horrible, but it can end up being beautiful, or vice versa. Yeah. And this feels like it could go the other way. But I do like it.
Horrible.
Not horrible, but I really want to know a bit more where it's going, but I enjoy it. At least 7. It's a really good, and for the price, I mean, it's really it's just like
really
a steal.
Nothing. Yeah, it
So
is.
that was a good purchase.
It was.
I'm not gonna open my next one because this is Club de Nuit Man Intense. I'm really weird, so
Yes.
if I would show you guys a peek into one of my boxes, then you would see that I also have another one that is unopened.
Wait, do you have 2 of the same that is unopened?
Yeah.
So I thought you finished a bottle and
Yeah.
bought a new one, but
Yeah,
you actually
so-
finished a bottle. You
No.
have one, and you.
I pre-bought one because I had a feeling that my other bottle would actually finish.
Yeah.
And then it finished, and that took me by surprise because I rarely finish bottles. So I had one, but I couldn't stop myself. So I bought this one as well. I'm not gonna open it because I'm gonna open the other one, but
Wow.
this means that I have 2 of these. I already talked about this before. I'm gonna link to one of my very first videos on YouTube where I describe the very first time I put Club de Nuit Man Intense on. That was crazy when it came to compliments, and the compliments keep on coming with this one. So yeah, I'm not gonna open it. You guys know what it is. Check that video out. You know what it is, right?
Yeah, and I'm shocked. This is a
Did you buy
whole-
it as well?
No, I have Club de Nuit.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
okay. I thought that you bought this.
No,
Ah, okay.
no.
So
You do have 2, so you can just
I can just,
give one to me.
or I can just double spray like this. No?
Okay, so
I'm
this is a whole new level of crazy.
Yeah,
I knew
it
you were
is.
crazy, but now you like took it to the extreme.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That's okay. So now it's your turn.
It's my turn, and I am going to go with this one that I have been longing for so
That
long.
one is good.
And I actually can't understand why I didn't buy this
No, I have
earlier.
no idea.
Because I think I smelled this the first time like more than a year ago, and I am always, or not always, but I'm talking about it a lot,
Yeah.
and I always appreciate when I smell it. And it wasn't like until for 2 weeks ago when you said, okay, why I don't understand why you don't
Yeah.
buy it, and I'm like, hey, I can buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is one that this one really makes something to you, because whenever I put it on, you felt it, I believe you felt it on me like 1 or 1.5 years
Yeah.
ago. And then she commented like crazy. She was like, oh, what is this? It smells yummy in here. It really fills up a room in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
And
It's
then,
like,
and you just kept complimenting it throughout the last 1.5 or whatever it is.
Yes.
And then like 2 weeks ago or something, when we went through, I suggested her a bunch of fragrances. Then I just said, hey, why don't you buy this already? Because you love it so much. So yeah, I'm happy that you have a bottle of your own. It looks smaller
Finally.
than mine, but it's not.
Stop.
No,
I
it's
think
the
it's
same.
the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And actually, that's quite a coincidence, or maybe not, but this was my fragrance of the day as well. I used this together with
Armaf Club de Nuit.
Armaf Club de Nuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually figured that out by just
Yeah, you
smelling
did,
it.
yeah. So I mean, for me, it's like a 9 or 10. I love
Yes.
this one.
This is a 10.
Ah, okay.
I just love it. And the cool thing about it is that when I smell it like this, I mostly get tobacco and spices. But when you have this on and you're in a room, when you leave the room just smells of cherries. So this is really cool.
Yeah, the dry down gets a bit sweeter.
Yeah.
So you gave it a 10, and I'm giving it like a 9 or 10.
Wow.
That's pure Havane from Mugler. If you love tobacco, then you gotta check it out. If you are curious about tobacco, then this is a really good one. Either way, this is one that most people actually enjoy. I don't think I met anyone who doesn't like it. So highly recommended. I'm glad that we already knew that you would love it, but you actually gave it a perfect rebel, so you really, really, really love it.
I love it.
And now it's my turn. And I'm not sure we need to open this one because we already did
review and
a gift. So I gifted Mancera Red Tobacco to Sandra. I'm going to link to that video above. And I finished again. This is interesting because I have two at least from this fragrance haul that I bought a new one for a bottle that I finished. So I used to own this. I finished it, then I was without it for I can't remember how long, and then when I wanted to gift it to you, I bought it to myself as well. So this is Red Tobacco. I can't remember what we gave it. Do you remember what you gave it?
I think I gave it a 9.
Okay, so pretty high rating.
Yes.
And my rating is something around that as well, like 8 or 9. It's not a perfect 10, but it's pretty damn good.
Yes.
Should I go next or should you go?
You can go next since you didn't open.
The next one is going to be an interesting one. So this is Mugler, maybe I'm going to show it. This is Mugler A Men Ultimate. So the A Men line has a ton of flankers, pure Havane. I'm not sure if, I think you can call it a flanker. I think it is a flanker. And I missed out on a few, so I really wanted to buy Crypto Mint, which is one of their flankers, but that one seems to be like really hard to find a copy of. And then I wanted to buy the orange one, which I forgot the name of it. So if you haven't tried out A Men, then I highly recommend you to do so. It used to be a polarizing fragrance, but I believe it's really good. And I'm curious on how you will feel about this one.
Because this was an aquatic one.
No, not really. It's different.
Okay.
This has pine and things in it. Let's see. I hate the...
the first sprays are not easy.
I mean, Mugler does awesome fragrances, but these sprayers are... Whoa, okay, thank you. Yeah, the sprayers are a sad story. I don't like the sprays.
On these A Men, not other Mugler.
What do you think of A Men Ultimate? The blue bottle.
This is cool.
It is different, right?
It is different. Is it quite green and grassy?
Yeah. So I believe it's pine. So I bought this because I really the same reason why I bought Terracotta is that I want to stock up on sort of a different kinds of scents for summer. So even though I have a ton of freshies, I have a ton of aquatics, and they smell so damn good, I just want something different. And this to me is something that is perfect for summer, but it's not your normal kind of freshie.
I agree, and this will stand out. This is a summery fragrance, but I don't think I have smelled something like it on someone else. So that's the reason why I bought it. What are you gonna give it? I'm gonna guess you're not gonna give it. I'm gonna guess you're gonna give it a 7. No, I want to give it something else because you said so. So it's gonna get 7.5 because I think it's really cool and unique and fresh but round and full.
So 7.5 is pretty good for her because she usually doesn't like usual freshies, but this is not a usual freshie. If this would have been loaded with citrus, I don't think you would have enjoyed it.
No.
So probably 7 or 8 from me. And I really look forward to using it when it gets warm outside. and I believe it's your turn.
It's my turn, and I am going to go with this one. And I don't think that you or me have smelled this.
No.
So this is also from, I always say this wrong. Mugler.
Yeah.
It's called
So
Innocent.
you said Mugler, even though I said Mugler.
Oh, I thought you said Mugler.
No.
And I thought like, oh.
Maybe it is Mugler. But I never say it. I always say Mugler, but it could be wrong.
Okay, so
you can say it.
So this is from Mugler.
No, say it your way. I like it.
Mugler.
Mugler, okay. So we have Mugler here, and this is Innocent.
This is an innocent Mugler.
Yeah, an innocent Mugler. I don't know what a Mugler is. Mugger is someone who takes someone's stuff.
Yes, that's why it was so fun. So I'm usually not this geeky. It's just on your videos.
So this is going to be exciting. Mugler has so many fragrances. There's a bunch of their colognes that are cheap, that I haven't bought yet. I know that my brother owns one of those colognes, which is dirt cheap and really nice.
And I bought this because this one was on Notino's sale, and it also got really high ratings on Fragrantica.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's what, and of course I guess I like the notes as well.
So what do you think?
So this is not the kind of fragrance that I usually buy, but this is really summery.
Yeah.
This is a freshie that I might accept.
It is a bit different.
Yes.
It is. I almost get like a green vibe.
Yes.
So it's not just. Wow, this is like a grassy or green in something. I'm curious what the notes are on this on that one. Yeah, unique. I don't think I have anything like it in my collection.
No, I agree. This is one that I might have to struggle to like. But I'm going to use this summer to try it out. And maybe I will do the review after the summer when I have gotten used to these kind of.
This reminds me of. It's not. I don't believe it's pine. I'm not sure what the English word for it, but those Christmassy trees. Maybe you guys can comment what those classic Christmas trees, what the real name is for those. But this. Isn't it that scent that it's some form of tree that it reminds me of? Maybe not the Christmas trees, but some of those.
But yeah, I know what trees you mean, and I don't know the name either. But it looks like a Christmas tree. It looks like
it does.
Yeah, but it's not.
This is a tough one. It was interesting. I'm not saying it's bad because it's not. It's just different. I don't have that many. I don't have any scents that are sort of similar to this one. I understand that you are going to struggle with it. I don't think that I would struggle with it, but I don't feel that it's a magnificent one. But if I can give you a suggestion, then there will be to try and layer it.
Yes, I might
with something else.
Yes,
and see if you can live with it that way. But I'm gonna give it a 5 or 6 first impression. It's not bad, but it's not something that I go bananas over.
No, I agree. But I think this is a 4 or a 5.
Okay.
And as you say, it's not a bad perfume, but it's just not. It doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. That was interesting though.
Yeah. It was.
And that was Mugler's Innocent. Interesting. Sometimes you just gotta gamble and try something out, and you might end up finding a gem. Or you might end up like you know, not loving it.
No.
So the next one is from La Yucavam from Rasasi. If you don't know the line, Rasasi has a La Yucavam line with, I believe it's the original La Van pour Homme. Then there's La Van pour Femme.
Yeah.
And then you have Orchid Prairie. You have Jasmine Wisp, I believe the name is. And then you have one that I always forget about. And then you have Tobacco Blaze.
Wow.
Now both you and I love tobacco, right?
Yes.
So I'm really curious on how you feel about Tobacco Blaze.
Have you smelled it before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like saying hello to an old friend.
Wow, an old friend that has smoked very many cigarettes. This is so cool. This smells. This smells just like my dad used to smell when I was younger, because he was smoking and he didn't want anyone to know. So he smoked, and then he had this mint that he liquor oil that he just put in his mouth, and he smelled just like this.
Okay.
And it's really cool.
Yeah, so the tobacco in this one is different than, for example, La Van, which is mostly leather based, with a hint, at least to me, of some tobacco-ish note. Yeah, so I love tobacco fragrances. I think that I even managed to get some of the dirtiest, smokiest, pure, raw tobacco fragrances work by layering them. You can come up with some pretty wicked and amazing combinations if you take something that is really raw, tobacco-ish, and layer it with something completely different. I believe I think you have complimented me like over 20 times when I've put on something that is really tobacco-ish and layered it with something else, and you always go like, wow, what is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like it. This one might not be as good as La Van, but I really do enjoy tobacco in most of its forms. So I'm going to give it, as a first impression, 8.
I think this is, I can't really, what do you say, compare it to
something else,
because I think it's
they are different.
Really its own fragrance.
Yeah, this one doesn't have leather in it.
No. This is so cool. I might give this an 8 or a 9.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, cool. That was cool. Yeah. So that was La Van Tobacco Blaze. If you really crave a tobacco-ish scent, then you probably should check out Tobacco Blaze. And now I think it's your turn.
It's my turn. And now I am moving on to Lacoste, the Lacoste L1212 Sparkling.
Yeah.
And this is one that we had in, I think it was our first samples bag video. Perfume samples bag.
Yeah.
And this is one that I really, really loved, and it has rhubarb, which is one of my absolute favorites.
Didn't it have, it was like a big blast of, was it marshmallow or marzipan or something? It was something really sweet, you remember? So we did, a while ago, I came up with the perfume samples bag game. I'm gonna link to it in above. And this was one of those, either in part 1 or part 2, that we both enjoyed.
Yes.
And it was really sweet. That's the only thing I remember.
Sweet and rhubarby.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's the fun thing about that's one fun thing about, besides the samples game was fun, but it's fun that we actually found perfumes that we wanted to buy as well.
I ended up buying it.
And this, as soon as it's so different when you spray from samples, those small bottles, and a real bottle, because
it's really cool.
Yeah, and it was quite a big, massive scent bubble that had just got smacked. That just smacked me in the face.
Yes. It's really fruity, and maybe this was the one with marshmallow, because there is something that makes it smell like candy.
Yeah, it was. No, wasn't it cotton candy?
Yes, maybe it was.
I believe there was something that was. I think Kilian, one of the Kilian had cotton candy.
Yeah.
And I believe it could have been this one. But yeah, either marshmallow or it was cotton candy or marzipan or something. But yeah, this is so good. I love it. Now I want my bottle. Can you give it to me?
No.
No. Yeah, this is
really good. This is really good. I'm really happy that I bought this one and that we found it in your perfume samples bag.
How much did you pay for it?
I think I paid maybe $35 or $40.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
not that, but I mean, it's not expensive, but it's 50 ml from Lacoste. So I always thought Lacoste would be a lot cheaper. But on the other hand, the name of this one is Lacoste X Jeremyville, and then I guess the real name of it is L1212 Sparkling Collector Edition. So I'm not sure if it doesn't say limited edition.
So now I'm a collector.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I need to have more of this.
I think it's a fun bottle, but it's also an ugly bottle because it's like a tennis dude. I'm not sure
I'm
if you guys
guessing
can see this.
Jeremyville is some kind of show.
No, isn't it this?
Something.
This isn't tennis. This is
it's the air balloon.
badminton.
It's
Air balloon. Okay, guys, look at this. Can you see? Can you see? It's not an air balloon, right? Can you see that? No, you can't. Yeah, it's a badminton. Anyway,
okay,
if you're
cartoon expert.
Yeah, I am. So what are you going to give it as a rating?
I'm going to give this an 8.5.
This is so sweet and yummy, and it's really sweet, but I believe if it's the rhubarb, that it sort of balances up the sweetness. I don't think this is overly sweet.
No.
Yeah, at least an 8. This is so yummy.
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah, and I sort of feel an itch to put that one in my not box, in my
perfume locker.
No, I want to, in when you check out in the from Notino basket. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I really want a bottle of my own, and I give it
in
like
your
an
cart.
8. Cart. There you go. I think that one might end up in my cart, and I believe it's my turn right now, and I am going to go with Dunhill Century Blue. So I haven't actually tried this one. I have Dunhill Century, which I think is a really cool alternative to Santal 33. I'm not saying they are similar, because Santal 33 is pure magic and Dunhill Century is not, but they sort of give the same kind of vibe. And I was really curious when I saw maybe half a year ago or something that Dunhill released Century Blue. So I really wanted to get my hands on it, and now I have it, and this is going to be so exciting. So this is, I'm not sure if you can see it, this is Dunhill Century Blue. Let's try it out. I'm gonna guess that you're not gonna enjoy it that much, but I could be wrong. And I am going to say to you guys, if you haven't tried any Dunhill fragrances at all, then I believe that you are missing out on them, because they have, for example, the Icon line with a bunch of different flankers which smell amazing, and they usually come at great prices.
So this was not so easy to open.
No.
No. Yeah.
So what do you think?
I like it because it's spicy.
So I forgot about the notes, but the original Century was like aromatic, freshy in a way, not too heavy on the citrus or anything, but
Maybe it's more aromatic than spicy.
Yeah. But this is one of those smooth fragrances that are not too heavy in any way. I did spray like 3 or 4 times and it's still very sort of light, right? So I'm gonna guess that I'm really gonna need like an atomizer with this one because it doesn't scream at you.
Is this a little bit like a vibrant leather from Sarah?
Let me see. Maybe, but vibrant leather is a bit different, I would say. But this is a slightly creamy, very light, smooth, fresh kind of fragrance that are going to be perfect if you just want something after the gym or on a really warm summer day. This is not going to offend anyone.
No.
So I guess I was hoping for something a bit more colorful, I guess.
Okay.
But I still think that it's good, but it's nothing revolutionary. I hope it's gonna blow my mind when I actually really give it a go for a review. But for this, I'm gonna give it 7 maybe.
Exactly what I was going to say. A 7.
Okay. So yeah, that was Dunhill Century Blue. That was a first impression for me. I hope it's gonna be one of those that grows on me, but who knows? I'm gonna give it a thorough testing and get back to you guys with a review on it. We both agree that it's a 7, right?
Yes.
And that was mine, so now it's your turn.
Okay, so now we are moving on to this one, I think. And this is Gucci Guilty Cologne. And this is a perfume that I first smelled here.
Yeah.
Because you have it. And first I fell in love with the bottle. And I know that is so not right.
Yeah, it's not.
So it smells like shit, but I really like the bottle.
Oh, you didn't like the smell from the beginning?
No, I still don't like the smell. I just like the bottle.
No, you're kidding, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
I like that you always think that I'm serious. So I love the bottle and the color of the fragrance.
The juice, yeah.
Yeah, the juice. But this also smells just amazing.
So the funny thing about Gucci Guilty Absolute Cologne, right?
Yes, Gucci Guilty Cologne.
Cologne.
Yeah.
Is that I bought I believe this one was released after Gucci Guilty Absolute. So as soon as I found out that it hit the stores, I was there trying it out, and this is like one of those that you feel, at least I think that it is. It's not a perfect 10, but it is so different to anything else.
Yes, and the thing is, I remember on the earlier video, I can't even say what it smells like.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
So the reason why I bought it wasn't because I thought that it was a perfect 10, because I still don't think that it is a perfect 10, but because I wanted something that I could use primarily spring and summer that was different. And my God, this one is really different.
It really is.
And I think that this is one of my favorites who created it, Alberto Morillas. I could be wrong, but I believe it is.
Yes.
And I mean,
What do you pick up? I pick up some citrusy notes. Some citrusy, maybe some.
Yeah, there's some citrus in some form.
Yes.
But there's also something that I really don't know what it is. I'm not sure if it could be musk, I don't know. But what I do know about it, and I've just had this for one summer, is that it gets even better once you put your skin under the sun and you sort of warm it up. Then it becomes really cool, and it is quite unique. And I always prioritize unique scents because that's gonna make you stand out in a crowd. So yeah, I enjoy it. I already own it, so this is not a 100% first impression for me. But I'm gonna give it an 8 at least.
This definitely gets an 8, maybe a 9.
Whoa,
and I was
9.
just about to say that this smells like when you go to the hairstylist and dye your hair. It smells like this, and that is something kind of crazy because I think it smells good, but it's maybe something that you shouldn't inhale.
Ah, okay.
But now I have it in another form that I can inhale.
Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah. I can understand because there's some form of maybe not chemical,
Like
but some
shampoo or something.
So this is a really cool one, guys. If you want something that is truly unique, then make sure you at least try this one out. And I believe you paid like at least 20 bucks cheaper than me. So this was dirt cheap, if you ask me. It was like, how much did you pay? 40 or 50?
I think 50.
50.
Yeah.
That's a really good price for the cologne. Highly recommended from both of us. And now it's my turn.
Yes, it
and
is.
Ooh. Finally. So if there's one, now that's not the correct way to put it, but I was gonna say if there's one fragrance that I can fully, thoroughly, highly, completely, absolutely recommend to you guys, then it would be Armani's Stronger With You, the original. Oh my God, the moment I put my nose to it the first time, I knew that would be a smash hit with everyone. I loved it, but I was right. Everyone loves it. You love it.
Yes.
You bought the female version, right?
Yes.
Stronger With You is insanely good. If you're a man, get it. And I think it smells equally good and on a woman as well. So this is Stronger With You, absolutely the latest, I believe, flanker to the original or in the line. And yeah, the moment I tried Stronger With You, absolutely in the store, I was like, wow, I just gotta own this one. And I believe you felt the same, right?
Yes.
So
I'm guessing you like this one.
Yeah. Oh my God, the original is so good, and this is like the original but with a twist, and it's so good.
It is so good. This is like one of those perfumes that you just can't stop smelling them.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get high on perfumes, but sort of you can get high, and this is one.
If you could get high, this is one that would like take you to the moon.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's like the original, but with a twist. I think it's beautiful. I'm like gonna go straight away and say that I think it's a 10.
Yes.
What are you gonna give?
No, I agree. It's a 10. Definitely.
So that was Stronger With You, absolutely, from Armani. If you haven't tried the original, then I really recommend it. If you're a guy and want compliments, get it, because you're gonna get compliments.
Yes.
If you're a woman and want to smell sexy, I would love to smell Stronger With You on a woman. I can't actually remember how the female version smelled like. I think I like it.
It's really good, but it is different from the male version. Very different. So it's two totally different type of fragrances.
Okay.
But the other one is really, really good as well.
Okay. So that was Stronger With You, absolutely. And it's your turn.
It's my turn, and I am going to go with another perfume that I found in the perfume samples bag.
Yeah. Was this part 2 of our...
I think it was part 2.
Yeah.
So the perfume samples bag is starting to really
empty
my wallet.
Empty your wallet, but pay off with good sense.
Yes, so this one is Armani Code Profumo.
Yeah. So I'm gonna link to. I think that this was part 2 in my perfume samples game, and we both. I have tried out all of the Code ones. I mean, Code the original is a classic one. I have a few of those as well. Currently, my absolute favorite is Code Absolute. That's a beauty. But this is a classic one. I mean, who doesn't love this one?
And it was actually the first time I smelled it in the perfume samples bag. So I'm so happy about it. And I think I went home and bought it like the day after.
Ah, you did?
Yes.
Okay. And I know that I am going to be so tempted to buy this one, even though I have the other ones.
I think you shouldn't smell this. Wow, it's so
I smell it right now. It's so good. Yeah.
I just love this. It's round and it has some like caramel. It's like it's a perfume that is just mixed with caramel.
Yeah, and it has something that is, it has a powdery kind of feel to it. Do you get it?
Yes.
But yeah, this is so good.
And I think that is quite a big bottle.
Yeah, I think this is one of their biggest ones. But I had this one when it came out, but then I sort of backed out of the entire Code line because every single guy had them.
Okay.
I mean, Armani Code, the original, is well known. Code Profumo might not be as good, best selling as the original Code, but I just had to buy myself back into the collection when they released Absolute, which is one of the latest ones, because Absolute is mind-blowing. It's that good. But I think this is a beautiful one. Yeah. If you try any one in the Code one, except the one with the blue, I always forget the name of it. Maybe you guys can comment below if you remember it. But there's one flanker to this that is sort of their summery line. It has it's a completely blue bottle.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bad one, but it's not something that would blow my mind. But all of the original ones, the Code Profumo, the Absolute, those are just beauties. Can I smell it?
Yes. And I think I'm gonna have to maybe...
Okay, you can start.
Get more. It's a 10.
Whoa!
A 12.
Whoa!
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's the perfect fragrance.
I'm sort of hovering between 8 and a 10.
Wow,
maybe not a 10, maybe 8, between 8 and 9.5. It's really good. It's really good.
It is.
Cool. And I'm so happy that you found something else from the perfume samples game.
Yes, me too.
And I believe that you are going to wear the shit out of this one.
Yes,
this one and Pure Havane. Actually, I hope you're gonna use all of them.
I will.
And I'm gonna say that you use
I'm going to
Gucci
use
as
this
well.
a lot,
Yeah.
and I think I'm gonna have to start showering like 6 times a day so I can just spray on new perfumes. Yeah, reapply. This
So
is
cool.
really. This is quite a collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have one last. No, I have a few others, but we are not going to open it because this is Juliette Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. I bought this the day it came out and I used up an entire bottle during a summer. It's that good. This is to me one of the best fragrances that you can use when it comes to summertime. Yes. It is, I would say it's like a freshy, but without any harsh citrus notes, and with a beautiful vanilla note that never becomes too heavy.
No.
So it's, I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful scent, and it's so damn good once you get under that heat. Yes. I have some really good memories from using this when it comes to summertime, and some pretty amazing compliments and reactions as well. Then I recommended it to you. Yes. You bought it, and I was so jealous that you had a bottle and I didn't have a bottle, but I kept forgetting about ordering myself a new one, and I finally
did. And you kept forgetting to return mine.
Borrowed. So I borrowed her and forgot to return it. Yeah. But yeah, now I have it back, and I'm so glad that I have it in time for summer. I'm gonna use this a lot. So that's the next one that I had. And I also have 100 Bond, Davana and Vanille Bourbon. I believe you already tried this one, right?
Yes, I have. I actually have a bottle myself.
I'm not sure. I believe I forgot to ask you how you feel about it.
I like it. It's not so so unique and special, but it's a pleasant scent.
Okay. So this is the bottle. Sorry guys, the autofocus doesn't seem to work
I put up.
properly.
It's like a. I don't know if it contains pineapple, but it's like pineapple, vanilla, and it's supposed to be boozy because it's bourbon, but I can't say that it's a boozy perfume.
No, this to me smells like a sweet, fruity something, some sort of fruit in it.
Oh, I mean, doesn't vanilla? There is a kind of vanilla called vanilla bourbon. So
I think it's
not,
bourbon vanilla. I don't know. But,
so I'm thinking like it's not. Maybe it's not bourbon like the drink bourbon. It's the kind of vanilla that is.
But I believe bourbon is a liquor.
Yes, it is.
So I don't think there's vanilla bourbon.
I mean, you do have vanilla, Madagascar vanilla.
Yeah.
And then I think.
So you mean that there's a natural
bourbon,
vanilla
yes,
that comes
that
from
has
alcohol?
that name.
Because bourbon isn't it?
Yes,
yeah,
but I don't think that Madagascar vanilla is like the country Madagascar and vanilla.
I'm going to give it as a home lesson to you. You can go home and do your homework and get back to us if that's the case, that there's indeed a vanilla kind that is bourbon.
I'm going to research this.
I'm going to say,
and I'm going to get back to you.
I'm going to say that that's not the case.
And
if I'm wrong, then I gotta buy you a perfume. If you're wrong, then you gotta buy me a perfume.
No, because you did a boozy fragrances video, and I'm quite sure that this one was in it. So you're cheating right now.
No, I haven't.
So you
no, I haven't done it.
You haven't.
No, this is the first time I opened
Okay.
it. But yeah, I think this
so
is.
if I'm right, you have to buy me a perfume. If you're right, you have to buy me a perfume.
I don't think it's bad. It was a cheapie. And for a cheapie, I think it was a steal.
Yes.
It's special. I'm gonna say it's not too sweet, but it is sweet. I think it's a bit fruity. It might be a little bit boozy, but I can't feel that much that heavy on the booze. A really nice cheapie. Yeah.
And I actually think it is not that cheap. But we got it on discount for a crazy cheap price.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it like a 6.5.
I'm gonna give it like a 7. I really like the fruitiness. The fruitiness and.
Yeah, this was
really
a pretty good purchase if you can find it cheap, and that is such a weird name. I think the brand name is 100 Bon. And the bottle, the juice is called Davana and Vanille Bourbon, made in France. And this is actually an EDP.
Okay.
And then what I have is Diesel Only, The Brave. This is not, I might actually do a giveaway of these. This is not the first time I try it on. Diesel Only, The Brave, the original, these fist bottles. This was part of my this had a part of my fragrance journey. It wasn't at the beginning, but I really used the shit out of my original bottle. I always liked it, and women seem to like it. Not everyone loved it, but and nowadays I still feel that this is a really good cheapie. Yeah. Usually you can find it on discounts, but at times I do feel that it's a bit synthetic, but not perhaps in a bad way. What do you think about it? You like it?
Yes, it's a nice one. It's the kind of perfume that I think most people like.
Yeah. It's
not so special, but it smells really good.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the reaction I got from at least all my previous girlfriends when I used to have this one, is that it's like a nice smelling, slightly sweet fragrance, and for the money, I don't think you can go wrong with it. No. I wanted to enjoy a trip down memory lane, That's why I got this one, but I think that I am going to do a giveaway with you guys, so one of you will have the chance to win it. And I mean, what can I say? This is the classic one. I don't think you can go wrong with it. So yeah, that was one. And then the next one is Diesel Spirit of the Brave. And I believe Spirit of the Brave is one of the latest one in that line.
Have you smelled it before? Have you had it?
No, I haven't owned it, but I did smell it in the store.
Okay.
And back then, I wasn't blown away, to be honest.
Okay.
But it's
But you bought it anyway.
Yes.
That is interesting.
Because I have faith in it, and because I did think that it was a bit different, and because I believe that I am going to do a giveaway with that one as well to you guys. There you go. How do you feel about it?
This is more grassy than the other one.
It's definitely different.
Yes,
they're quite
definitely
different.
different. Yeah. Two different kind of fragrances.
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. There's something that feels earthy, grassy about it. And I remember now that we forgot to do a rating of the other one, right? Or did
yes, we did.
So what are you going to give Only the Brave, the original?
So Only the Brave is going to get 6, I think.
Yeah, 6 or
and
6.5.
This one is going to get, I think, 6.5 or 7, because I think it's better.
Yeah, I also feel that this is better. So I'm gonna copy your ratings then, and yeah, I think this is another solid purchase. And from what I've seen online and in stores is that they sort of started to discount this one quite heavily. So I believe that you can pick up a 30 ml or a 50 ml quite cheap. And I believe that it's if you can find it cheap, then it's a really good buy. I think that I am going to do a giveaway with both of those. But yeah, I believe, are we done?
We are done, but
yeah,
we
wow.
can tease our friends with the samples that we also got, because we bought a bunch of Montal samples.
Yeah.
And we are going to do a sampling.
Yeah.
With this one.
So so far we've done Le Labo, where we pretty much did all of the entire line except the exclusives that belong to different cities. Then we did a pretty complete one from Byredo as well. That was 2-part in 2 videos. And then have we done anything else?
We have done Francesca Bianchi.
Yeah.
Also just the samples of her.
Yeah, and that was
perfumes.
a complete one. I believe it was 5 different ones.
5, yeah.
But now
So
Montal has so many. I think they have like hundreds of fragrances. Yeah. So we won't do a huge one, but I think we are how many?
I think we have like 10 altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are going to do a Montal first impressions, where we are going to include at least, I believe, 10 different Montal fragrances. Yes. You have at least one, right? The Intense Cafe.
Yes.
And I have quite a few that I really enjoy. I have one that I absolutely don't enjoy. Montal it's the
Oud something.
Black oud or dark oud, something like that. Yes. So this is going to be really fun.
It is.
So make sure you guys keep your eyes out for our Montal first impressions. This was such a big and beautiful fragrance haul. I am so happy with it. I am fired up to start using these new fragrances. You feel the same, right?
This was like Christmas.
Yeah.
I want to do it every
Christmas in May. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to hit that like. I want you guys to check out Sandra's channel, and you can bet on the fact that she is going to do a review of these as well, and you don't want to miss out on that. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, hit that subscribe, make sure you check that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.